as you are landing on the planet, Seth.
Okay.
Along with some troops have gone before you, and you've seen a lot of what went down.
Alright. So, are things looking good or bad?
Well, you just saw Malgus get killed.
So bad.
So you're going down, and you basically, from what you know, the next in command would be JP's character.
Oh. Alright.
Currently, anyways.
Was I given any orders? Or?
That's probably what you'd want to check. I mean...
Yeah, he'll check his orders.
Alright, so you go ahead and go to the planet, and there you are. So, you see these... You don't see any of the droids or anything yet. You just see the 2 guards at the main entrance of the base.
Are they friendly to me, or are they enemies?
They're friendly. You can tell that they're soldiers. So, under you, but... Well... Kind of under you, but not really, since you're technically not military. You're ISB. Totally different branch.
What we say was like their MI6.
Yeah, you're MI6 and all that combined, yeah.
Alright, then I guess...
Except you're evil MI6.
MI6 that has no reservations about Captain.
About killing anyone. Just don't come in contact with the historian.
So...
We don't need to kill him.
Up to there.
Okay. This is now an Imperial base. Are you gonna present
Am I at the front door?
He'll present his
you're not there yet.
If he's gonna walk out to the front door or not, can I be like, what's the code?
Well, you're not there. You're on a ship somewhere else.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah.
He will present his ID, I guess.
Okay, so you present identification of who you are. Okay, so they look at it and give it a double take, and they're like, okay, look. He looks at his friend, he's like, it looks fine to me, what do you think? And he looks over and he's like, yeah. So, they let you in.
Alright. Gonna go through there.
And they say, do you need any directions while you're walking past them? Are you looking for anybody?
Am I looking for anyone? I check the orders.
I mean, you know JP's character is probably the next in charge. Or you could be trying to find a
I'm guessing they're not here.
JP's character is here. JP isn't, but JP's character is.
Oh, I forgot. That one?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you don't know where, there's walls and stuff. But you could also be looking for a communication room, so that way you could contact Keeper, who's also your boss.
Yeah, I guess I'll do that, since I answer more to them than...
Okay, than the military.
Yeah.
Because really it's Sith, military, ISB. They're kind of in 3 different columns.
Okay.
Except the Sith can kind of
jump.
They can jump to whichever column they need to.
Alright, so he'll go and look for the communications room, I guess.
Okay. So, in that case, you...
What?
Maybe it's just the lighting, but Lando is glaring at me.
Alright.
So you say communication room?
Yeah, he motions.
Yeah, so they point you in the right direction. They kind of send you... move that paper real quick just so I can see what's there.
This tree man.
They lead you to that destroyed office.
Alright, so... Is that wall or is that...
Actually, they'll lead you to the command center because, as you can see, there's that table.
This table?
Yeah, and that's a hologram table that can be used.
So he'll open that up.
Okay. So you go in there and you turn on the hologram, I guess?
Yeah.
Try to contact Keeper directly?
Yeah.
Orders. Agent. And he pops on, so you see the Keeper. I did not get a picture of Keeper, oh well. So Keeper looks at you and says, well, right now we're waiting to see what's going on with the Sith, as currently, because of the news of Malgus' death, they're kind of in a reshuffle of power. I do have orders from a Sith that you should keep an eye on.
Okay.
JP's character, essentially.
I will find where they are later.
And he says, we should be sure that there's nothing treasonous going on with them.
Alright.
Treasonous? He's heartless.
Understood.
Alright, keep her out.
and everything's saying is like a bunch of complex sign language.
Alright, so at this point, the droids and the blind Jedi walk in.
Can I, like, move over to the corner of the room?
What?
The two droids and the Jedi right behind her. Yeah, they all walk into that room that Seth's character's in. As they're kind of trying to make their way to the next room. But they're not there yet. They're going to stop there.
What's
first.
up, my mecha?
So, you see the two bounty hunters that were with Malgus and JP's character before. And also the blind Jedi. And it doesn't look like they're holding the Jedi prisoner or anything. It looks more like they're traveling with the Jedi. Yeah, that's where the things are weird.
Which are, like, to go and find JP's character. Not find them, keep an eye on them.
Yeah, your job is to keep an eye on them. So are you going to stop them or anything, or are you just kind of observing?
He's just going to observe, trying to figure out what their intent is.
Okay. So in that case, they walk up to the next room where you see JP's character as they go into it, so you can kind of move their pieces.
He'll, like, slide in behind.
Okay, so you can move all the pieces then. Except for obviously the Sith guard that was in there.
Okay. I don't know why you left without dropping a thermal detonator under the table.
Sully is not...
Oh, you're not that kind of person, you're just a baddie.
Yeah, I'm just a dude.
It's just...
I just take orders, okay?
So as you walk in, as all of them walk in, you can see that JP's character is kind of being talked down to by this. I saw your message, by the way, Jared. I'll send it in a bit. It's being JP's character is being talked down to by this one Sith. And you can tell like it's a Sith Lord. It's not just any Sith.
Oh, okay. So it's someone important.
Yeah, and the last thing you hear is, "I am on my way with reinforcements. We will discuss your apprenticeship when I arrive." From what you can tell, they're probably going to discuss like the future of JP's, like, since obviously JP's master.
Oh, right.
Who's going to be in charge of JP
now?
So they're going to have to talk about that.
Oh,
Could I, like, steal the guy's identity and pretend that I am JP's master?
Oh, shit, I thought that.
He'd love that.
How are you going to teach them anything? You don't even have the Force. Teach them with this.
Your first lesson, restraint. What's that noise? Is that...
That's a little bit of feedback. Just from here, though. It's not going to catch any...
Alright.
Can be a lion person.
Okay.
I've never seen a Bothan.
So now I know that.
Okay, so JP's character kind of looks over and says, "Well, the orders are to wait here. So, oh, and by the way, hello." She starts speaking to the blind Jedi. "How are you doing? It is good to see you again." "Yes, it's good to see you. I have come to join forces with you." "Yes, I was made aware."
Okay.
Were you hoping to?
I was hoping to pass this mother.
I'm not gonna let you kill
I
your character when they're not here.
That's not. I know that isn't fair to the player, so I won't like try to do any such thing.
Let's just argue after
Like-
tonight. Okay?
Fine, as long as fine.
Because you know I'm not compromised at the moment, so you shouldn't be hunting me down. Again.
See you again to kill another one of your teammates. With the word teammate in big air quotes. Alright, so
I don't need another
is there anything you want to
teammate
discuss
for
with
me.
them in particular since you're in the room? I mean, now you know kind of what's going on orders-wise.
orders are just to wait here.
For now, until reinforcements.
Well, then I guess.
And it sounds like the Sith aren't happy, like, the Sith Lords anyways aren't happy about what's going on. regarding the death of one of their top soldiers, warriors.
How did the
I
guy
don't
die
think it would
again?
be necessary for me to go and inform the.
Keeper about it.
Yeah.
This isn't anything major yet. Yeah,
How
right
did the guy
now.
die again?
How did Malgus die?
Yeah.
Well, JP's character shot a cannon at him.
Oh, yeah.
JP's character decided,
I-
got mad at Malgus because Malgus was going to take his victory speech and take all the credit. Because the Sith way.
You don't steal my credit.
Because Malgus was like, well, you did all the work, but you're my apprentice. I'm the master. I'm going to take the credit.
Alright, so I guess I'm gonna have PI over here.
You just kind of go back through there.
Yeah,
for now.
like, what, he's going to try to head wherever the common room is and get a sense for, like, morale.
Okay. Well, you don't even have to move your figure while you're doing
Okay.
that. So as you're walking around, you kind of notice that troops are kind of relaxed now because they're like, oh, it's our first battle and it was awesome, we won. For the most part, like, you can tell morale is mostly up.
Okay.
Because, I mean, they don't mind waiting a little bit because, I mean, they're fresh off of victory, even with the one major loss.
Okay, so they're relaxing and they're feeling good, but are they ready?
Well, that's going to be decided.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, we'll find out when they have to be moved.
Alright, so I guess he'll just...
Yeah, well, you hear a boom from outside, like a ship landing.
Is a stim pack the system's equivalent of a health potion?
Yeah.
Alright, so I guess he'll be like, okay, just be sort of ready, but enjoy victory.
So you hear the thud of a ship from outside.
Fucking get my leg chopped off by a saber and it cauterizes like stab my fucking
This
blunt ass leg with a stim pack and it grows back.
I don't think it grows back, but yeah.
Alright, I'm done asking.
Yeah, I think, yeah, it's not like Fallout where, oh, I'm limping, stand back, stand back, stand back.
Alright. So I
The
guess...
new it's like Deadpool, like a little baby hand pops out of where your arm used to be.
So, is this like
Grows
a
back.
walkway?
Yeah, that's just a little hallway.
Alright, so I guess I'll have...
And like, if you see the
Why?
little
Have y'all
doors,
seen
yeah,
Deadpool
those are like
What is that?
doors.
Like doors and such?
Mhm.
I would like to have him moved to where he can
Okay, kind of the big main hall.
see down it.
Okay, so yeah, the doors are pretty open, and you can see this giant yacht land in front of the base.
Alright. That's...
A space shot?
I'm assuming this is like a well-known
It's
base
Jeffrey.
and that this is...
Anytime you hear space yacht, you can think it's all of Jeffrey and JP's evil friends.
Those people who went a little bit
On the bow,
overboard.
you see the title. It's the
But
Douche
like,
Brigade.
it's just...
Give me a knowledge
It's true.
lore. No, underworld. Give me underworld.
Knowledge Underworld. I don't have... It's not like a...
What's your intelligence?
My intellect is 2.
Okay, so roll 2 green.
Okay. 2 bangs and 1 ascending pair of wings with a dot.
A horseshoe.
Yeah, that.
So 2 successes and an advantage? Did I get that right?
What was it?
2 successes and an
It's-
advantage.
bangs.
I learned the
Two
real
bangs and a
name.
horseshoe?
Yeah.
Yep, 2 successes and an advantage. You're learning!
I like calling it what I call it.
I know.
Yeah, I like the idea of banging horseshoe.
So let's see.
No.
Oh, so,
And naturally,
so you actually
shields
know,
counter
you can
horseshoes.
actually
Yeah.
know what it is.
System.
You have heard legends of the Starforge 2, a legendary yacht run by the Exchange, a criminal syndicate. That's why you did it underworld.
Jeffrey and
Okay.
JP and all their douche friends.
Okay, I guess they're here now.
Yeah, you have no clue why the Exchange would show up.
And you know what? It's not my problem yet.
So
I'd run away. Jeffrey killed a guy for playing cards.
I'm not playing cards.
Exactly. He'll fuck you up.
Yeah, he did. For cheating on cards, he killed a guy.
And all of his friends started a war.
Yeah.
Gang war.
Just fuck it.
Yep.
When you're Space Jeff Bezos and you got all that money, you gotta do something for fun.
Yeah, when you have a yacht that's 3 floors.
I guess he'll just keep like an eye on them.
Okay. Well, you see the door, like the main ramp, open, and out comes a man in a business suit.
Okay.
Which is what that character is.
Does he look like Better Call Saul?
I guess that's up to Jeff. Does he want Ace to look like Saul Goodman?
For now, that's what he is.
Okay.
He's not here to say otherwise.
Alright, so I guess
I'm Ace Goodman. Better call Ace.
just observation and of like who these people are and what they want.
Okay. Well, you see also with him like some extra like backup, like rough and tough, like
Okay, so
looking.
thugs.
Yeah, thugs. But you can tell that he's the boss.
Okay.
And he kind of makes his way, and the stormtroopers stop him also, kind of like they did you.
Yeah.
And they're like,
Hey, you,
fair.
identify yourself. Bleh, how dare you? Right?
yeah, we'll get there. So, yeah, they say, hey, identify yourself. And he looks at them and he says, he looks back at his hired thugs and he's like,
Haven't you seen the billboards?
Don't you know who I am?
and he's like, well, I am Aeson of the Exchange. I am here to make a deal.
Wait, this is Jeffrey's character?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna fuck him up.
I'm here to make a deal with your leaders. Let us call this in. And so they start to call it in.
I have to stop you there, man. He would. I know Jeffrey. He'd kill the guys for not knowing who he is.
Yeah, he would kill him. He would kill him.
They're from the unknown regions, but yeah.
Well, they're from the unknown regions.
That's why I'm saying that the stormtroopers are. That's why they wouldn't know who he is.
Who the fuck is this pompous asshole?
They know what the exchange is, but they don't know who he is. He personally is.
My statement
And
still
then
stands.
and then he would probably do this grand gesture
You
of
just don't get,
Well,
who he is.
So,
get to say it.
in that case, then, since everybody's kind of in agreement, he looks over at his hired thugs and as
Wait,
they're calling...
I'm not saying kill him. I'm saying a grand gesture of who he is.
And yeah, that's his grand gesture.
He's killing people.
He's like, who are you? And he's like, and apparently
didn't
this
want him
is
to
code for
kill-
shoot him dead.
Yeah.
I didn't want that. I wanted it to be like, how dare you not know who I am?
Aeson doesn't do that type. He's more...
He doesn't grandstand, he kills you.
Yeah.
Seriously, why did he grand?
Well, they're dead now.
So he looks at his hired thugs, and the thugs look, and as the guards are calling it in, he says, "Oh, by the way, I am looking for," and he says JP's character's name, and they stop as they're in the call, and they're like, "Wait, he knows who that is?" And before they can realize this, the thugs shoot them. So you see the thugs shoot these 2 guards.
What? What's
He
up?
looks extremely irritated, but he understands it.
So go ahead and knock those guards down. They're dead.
These 2?
Yeah.
Dead. Dead.
And
These are us.
And instead of walking through the main entrance, he actually goes into the side where there's a hole.
Okay, where's the hole?
It's right where that guy is knocked over.
Here?
Yeah, you see the yellow? That's a hole.
Yeah.
Fuck
Okay.
doors. Go through the door like a peasant.
And so you see them walk to the side, and then you don't know where they go from there because you can't see that.
I don't have X-ray vision? Oh, man. Oh, well.
Glad you don't have vision.
I guess for now we'll cut ahead and we'll cut a bit. That way we can get some time. Alright, so, Republic ship.
Okay. And
Jared, you still with us?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. So, we're going to cut to the ship, and it's you 3, it's you, Lily,
yes.
and Brony.
Brony?
Yeah. So, you, Lily, and...
Wait, she's still with us, the traitor?
You don't know she's a traitor?
Yeah, you don't know that I'm a traitor.
You didn't see any of the things that would let you know that.
And there's no evidence.
Yeah.
The tapes are gone.
Tapes are gone, our own evidence is gone.
Alright, I found
except
it.
for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't know that I'm a traitor. You actually, no, outside of the
ask
game,
me
though,
to
I traded right.
sheet
Inside the
that's
game,
under-
you have no idea I'm a trader. And inside the game, he knows
I know,
not to
because-
kill me.
Yeah.
Okay.
What was that? We took your trap.
In that case, what are you guys doing on the ship? You guys are like on this nice cruiser.
I don't know. I guess enjoying myself at the moment.
Okay, so are you kind of like starting to make your way away from everybody else?
Well, I'm a private person in general, so yeah.
Okay, what is Mirik doing? Artemis?
Trying to check to see if I notice her trying to slip things to give a stealth check.
Okay, so
Ugh. I was not. Seriously, dude.
give me okay.
Well, yeah. Whether I say something or not is a totally different story, though.
Yeah, even if Mirik notices.
Okay.
Hold on.
What dice?
Hold on, I'm getting the numbers out.
Oh, by the way, you're gonna hear me cough a lot because I'm having sinus issues.
This does bring up the question: how subtle is a tree?
So, Artemis, give me a yellow and a green on your end, and let me pull up your stats. Your stats. I need also a yellow, a red and a purple. The evil version of a yellow and a green. Alright, Artemis, what'd you get?
30 of these. What are those?
I got a triumph and 2 hits.
Everything goes as planned. We'll have
What
the
is
defenses
that?
down before they know what hit them.
So, Constance got away, but you do notice she's gone again.
I was just going to relax
What are these? Are these a different kind?
and do nothing.
What kind are these?
They're like they have peppermint.
Yeah,
Oh,
candy cane.
Alright, so what's Brony up to on the
I
cruiser?
don't know how to describe it, so it's just like
You're kind of recovering from this mission.
no.
What am I doing?
Yeah, what are you up
I'm
to?
recovering from what?
The battle
That I wasn't in?
that you walked
So
away
I'm
from.
recovering? Okay, I'm on a ship. What kind of ship?
It's the main, like, battle cruiser.
Anything to do with this?
No.
Okay, I'm on a main battle cruiser.
Yeah, and you're with Tree Guy.
I'm with Tree Guy.
Gonna kind of just wait for orders to come to you.
I'm gonna take Tree Guy to the, bar.
Okay.
Oh,
That's on the ship.
Yeah, there's probably a bar on the ship, yeah.
We're gonna get to know each
Time.
other.
It's stopping now.
You gonna follow him, Bartimus?
Whatever, man.
Sounds good then.
I'm gonna help him find a nice tree girlfriend.
That's gonna be a far search, man.
So,
Okay, so at the bar,
yep.
I'm going to see another one of his kind, and I'm gonna point and be like, how about that one?
Give me. You know what? I gotta roll a percentile. Nope. You do not see another of his kind.
Okay, so he nods his head, and I'm like, well, I guess I'd be barking up the wrong tree. What do you drink? And I'm gonna just grab him like a vase of water off of a fucking table.
Okay, so yeah, he brings you a vase of water. Are you offended, Bartimus, or what's going
I
on?
like lift his hand and put his hand in the vase of water. I say, drink up, buddy.
Water through the roof, man.
Can I have you getting stiff on me now? And I'll slap him.
So I feel like tonight is episode 3, the puns of the tree.
Hey, what do you got for me, Bartimus?
Like to try and smoke?
He hands you like this vape.
What do people smoke in space vape?
Yeah.
Sure, I'll take a drag on the space vape.
All right.
Is he just like puffing on charcoal or something? Do I die from this?
We could take a percentile to find out what flavor he has. Oh, you're fine.
It's fine flavor.
It's
Like misty pie.
yeah, it's something.
in agreeing.
It's moon pie.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is that? I gotta do it. I gotta get in character. What is moon pie? Moon pie.
So, Barmus, actually, you start to get. You both notice one of the soldiers walk in, and he doesn't look very happy, and he kind of sits down next to you guys and gets a full bottle of a drink rather than just a shot.
He sits down next to us?
Yeah.
Bro, what's with the long face?
Well, 2 of my friends are dead. 3, actually. But who's counting?
That reminds me.
Don't kill anyone yet.
Okay, so I'm just
No,
gonna be
that
like,
was him
I'm gonna
marking
nod my
the
head, kind of like understanding, like, I'm like, so, why'd you let him die?
You were supposed to be with one of them. And he downs some of the, like, half the drink.
Oh, is he from that crew I somehow abandoned?
Yeah.
Whoa, man, why did you let one of his friends die? That's so harsh.
You don't let someone die, they just die because someone else said so. Oh well, nothing.
Okay, so I'm gonna do like a Jedi mind trick.
Oh. Okay, well, go ahead and roll the white die.
You just roll it for me.
Okay, what are we rolling the right die for?
That's his force points. What do you got?
Double
2.
white.
2 light?
White.
Okay, so let's see. You can have access to that power. Powers you even have. Oh, you only have move and suppress.
Right, I didn't make this character.
Yeah.
I imagine his force powers were like all entirely non-combative, so he just like has like mind tricks and illusion stuff. But okay, I will suppress him. Whatever that does.
Well, let's find out.
It's gonna be real bad if it just does like the gravity thing.
I'm gonna shake my hand. I don't know how to use this yet.
Even though I've been a Jedi for, let's see, I don't know how long, when you would have been brought in. You're 18 now. You were brought in pretty late, though. Probably when you were 13, so, yeah, you're still learning.
What is suppress? Did I just like crush him?
I'm pulling it up right now.
Oh Lord, if you accidentally killed the guy.
I don't think.
That would be another one of my squad
I don't
nails.
think that's what he did.
Or suffocate him.
Yeah, I don't think suppress, and no, suffocate is a different thing.
Okay. That's not the thing where the gravity by the...
Oh, no, that's done by a different, that's harm, usually.
Okay.
Is how we do it for the choking. What's your... Hold on. I have your sheet. Why am I even asking?
Yeah.
You are...
Hey, at least you've been in RPG stuff before. This
Yeah, I'm
is
just
my
winging
first one. I'm winging it too.
All of my other characters are like.
I would describe them as reluctant heroes.
Reluctant heroes. Sure, like Han Solos. All of my characters are Han Solos.
Okay,
Okay.
suppress. The Force user can dampen the effect of incoming Force powers. So
I'm going to dampen
the Force...
I'm gonna dampen the shade he's throwing at me. I'm just gonna be like do 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 do.
You gotta do it like with that voice.
Okay. Oh, ooh, ah. As I suppress his shade.
And he's just like, I'm too drunk to really care.
Me too.
And he reaches his glass out like he's trying to do a toast with you guys.
He's toasting me for killing his friends, supposedly?
No, he's gonna do like in memory type. The Jack Carden. Actually, wait, I'm Jack Carden. He makes another story. Cetavis.
I'll meet his toast by raising Tree Man's vase of water with his hand still in it.
Aw, man.
Alright, so there's the clink, and he chugs the other half of the drink, and then
You gotta dink it and sink it.
and he chugs the rest and orders another one.
Dang, the guy's trying to get some math.
Okay, so now what I'm gonna try to do
He doesn't
is,
have a liver.
so is there like music playing?
Yeah, it's
Okay, I have determined, without your dungeon mastery input, that the singer is that really ugly octopoid alien from the Cantina,
Okay.
the remaster.
Okay.
You know when it's got that like octopus lady and she's singing into the mic.
Oh, Size Noodles, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm gonna try to hook Tree Man up with that. That's
I'm
what
gonna
doing
hook him up with the ugly lady.
The
Well,
ugly,
Barnabas?
the ugly fish singer. And I have advantage because he's drunk and high.
But you're also high.
Well, you also forget that I am a functional high person.
A high functioning.
Also, all he's had is water. He's not drunk. All you gave him was water.
Yeah,
He
he's
is a
not.
player.
Right?
Okay, we'll just roll the dice and let's see how this goes.
Okay.
Mr. Man.
So you're trying to. So you're kind of trying to charm this situation. Then would be the best. All right. So give me 2 green.
Will you roll it for me?
2 green. Okay. There you go.
What we
A
got?
success and 2 advantages.
All right. Well, you succeed at least getting her attention for him.
Okay. Jared, roll to get lucky.
I want to work doing it with the
I
tree.
have to tell you a lot of things about my character's race.
Would they just like rut together?
We have to wait until we're like
Is
10,000
it like
Oh yeah.
to actually do anything. I'm only 1K.
He's got 9,000 more years before he can do anything.
you're
Put them
basically
alone in a room together and just see what happens.
All right. So
We still run once every 10K years.
Well, as you're trying to explain this high Jedi is kind of pushing you and the singer into a room by yourselves.
stay in there for like 7 minutes.
I mean, I guess I can simulate stuff, but my heart will be in it, you know?
Okay.
You're only like 1,000 years old and you need to be 10,000. Do you even have the parts that work for that?
Yeah, do they even have pumps that work?
I mean, they probably do. They probably just won't create life for the next 9,000 years, in this case.
Yeah, but he can skirt his heart's content for like 9,000
I've done it. I have people contemplating the procreation of a squid person and a plant person.
What I meant, but yeah, that works too.
Well, let's see. I guess it would be. I have to figure out what the new canon is for how babies are for mixed races. It used to be the
He
female.
plants his fertile seed in
Well, I meant more.
fertile soil.
I meant more of like, but I don't have to worry about the child part since it's not going to happen for
Yeah.
9,000 years.
Yeah, but he can screw his heart's content for 9,000 whole years and not have any babies.
Oh my god.
0 consequences.
I know Jared's
Exactly.
character's nickname now.
What?
The potted plant.
Oh.
Yes, because he's always smoking pot.
I should not have.
All right. So, as
You can make this serious whenever
Yeah.
you want.
while I'm fine with this, while I actually am going to pull it in just a little bit though, because while Bartimus is by himself, Bartimus, you're going to get a call, and it's from Cecile. You see that she's got her new robotic limbs and all that. Are you going to greet her? Much better.
You're okay.
Yeah, much better now. The doctors were very helpful. In fact, I am doing so much better that I'm actually on my way to join the fleet.
I didn't catch that
Oh,
last.
she said I'm actually doing so well. I'm on my way to join the fleet, joining you guys.
I have any cough
You
drops.
said out of surgery. You think that's okay?
Doctor said I should be fine. Where's Where's and she mentions Charlie's character, wondering where Charlie's character is.
No, I haven't seen her since battle that ensued after that day.
Huh. Go ahead and, look, you should check. Because now you got me concerned.
I'll definitely look into it and find out.
Thank you. And so she hangs up. At least you know now she's on her way with more soldiers. Especially after that loss. Alright, so, meanwhile, Jack has followed, Brony. Brony?
Oh,
the drunk soldier followed you, by the way.
He followed me?
Yeah.
To where?
Whenever you were leading, so where the hallway that you're in now, when you pushed Bartimus into that room.
Okay.
And he's like, so we're gonna have orders soon. I'm in charge though now. Apparently.
I clap my hands and congratulate him and
Yeah,
shake his hand and be like,
it's kind of a promotion through loss, but
this is the best kind.
yeah, because not only did we lose Tavis, we also lost Jace.
He's like, I guess it's promotion through, the death of my friends. And I shake his hand. I'm like, congratulations, you earned it.
You earned the loss of those friends. You are a horrible friend.
Not like that. I'm just gonna congratulate, say you earned it, and let him ponder what I meant.
Yeah. So he kind of just stares like glassy-eyed. You can tell he's like, he should be going to bed, especially since you know that he's going to be in charge of you soon.
So I tell him to go to bed.
Are you gonna? So that's what you're gonna do?
Yeah, that's an order, sir.
Oh, you. And he kind of ponders that. He's like, wait a minute, if I'm in charge, but you're a Jedi. And he just drops his drink onto the ground, onto the floor, and goes towards his cabin. The drink spills, by the way, because he just dropped it. And that was...
Bada bing.
Yeah.
Walk of shame. Till I get snowed.
But, okay. So... Alright, well, let's go ahead and jump back to the Imperial side for a bit.
Oh, dear God. Alright, so... Dude killed...
So... Yeah,
These two are dead.
Yeah, those two are dead.
We don't even bother with moving the bodies.
He's actually, at this point, he's in the command...
Here's the dead bodies.
Yeah. At this point, move Asen into the room with the Sith. And
which
Jedi.
is where?
Right this one. Yeah.
There.
Yeah, because by now he's in there.
I'm actually going to go to the armory and get myself some laminate armor and a blaster. Yeah.
Okay.
Alright. So I'm assuming that my character did not see him switch from room to room.
Yeah, you didn't even see how he got in. You don't know he's in.
Okay. So I guess...
Are you going to go outside and kind of see what happened? Like, the bodies are still there, theoretically. It's fine you move them for our sake, but
Yeah.
For the sake of the game, they're still there.
Yeah, they're still there.
I'm assuming that they're just dead. There is no helping these people.
So you're not even going to inspect to see if there's more or anything?
Yeah, I guess I'll go and take a look.
Well, I mean, it's up to you.
Do they have valuable shit on them? I guess I'll go and look at that.
You're going to look at your dead comrades and be like, do you have money?
Hey, are you okay?
Hey, are you okay? Secretly checking for money.
Tell me where the money is, or else.
It's like, basically you watch your friend die, and while he's on the ground, you're like, oh, look, he died. You're checking, and you're like, is he okay? Is he okay? Shh, I'm checking for money.
No. What?
So what are you actually doing? I'm sorry.
Do they have, like, dog tags or anything like that?
Yeah.
They'll pick those up and be like, okay, and it'll go...
That way you
and
can at least identify them?
Yeah. I'll be like, this person died, this one's dead.
So here's the problem with the Imperial system. There's just letters and numbers.
These two people are dead. What good is this to me now?
Well, I mean, like the tags. It's just like letters and numbers.
Oh.
Because the Imperial, like the military itself, doesn't go by names.
Alright.
They don't care about the grunts. The higher ups get names.
It's about this time that my character has like an epiphany. Wait a minute, man. Where's that one trick at?
Alright, so I guess he'll like...
You mean the ones that Till was asking you about?
He will just kind of like wrap...
Oh, hold on.
Okay, sorry.
Go ahead.
Out of character, the one that
Oh, you
like,
meant JP's character.
all the time.
You mean JP's character?
No, Constance's character.
Oh. Okay. Well,
Yeah,
I said you noticed that she
uh-huh.
disappeared. I said you noticed it when she disappeared. You just didn't know where she
I
went.
did notice that she disappeared, but my character's usually baked off his gourd enough.
Oh, so it takes a few minutes for the brain to process.
Away, but it's not registering that she's trying to be sneaky.
Yeah. Okay.
I wasn't trying to be
Okay.
sneaky. I was just walking away.
Okay, well, we'll come back to that. For now,
I just
Imperial.
happened.
Okay, so he'll... As I said, he took the dog tags, and he'll just wrap them around, like, his arm.
He's like, they're just numbers and letters.
And he'll, oh, I don't know, that might be a bad idea.
While collecting your fellow men's
No, he
tags.
was the idea I had was having him go to Mr. Gambling Man of the World, be like, you killed 2 of my men, I would like 2 of yours to fill the roster.
And that's how you get into a fight.
You can try to talk to Jeffrey's character that way.
I don't think it's a good idea,
He
though.
might. The thing is, though, Jeffrey's character does have a respect to a degree of that kind of stuff, though. To a degree.
Fuck it. The only thing that separates this guy from being an absolute asshole is that he gives a shit about his men.
Yeah, in the case of Asen, he's a lot... Because B9 and Asen are different. B9 did have emotions to a degree. B9 did care about certain people.
It's funny because B9 was a robot.
Asen, on the other hand, cares about nobody.
I'll try it. Can't.
That's why, like, immediately Asen killed one of the people that B9 said not to
Go
kill.
for it. Let's see
Why
if you
not?
end up writing a new character sheet.
Probably.
Because I'm not going to sacrifice... Well, I'm not even going to have Asen fight you. It'd
Yeah,
be his men. So you would just be killing his men, which, I mean... That's what you wanted anyway, so if you live, you live.
I didn't want his men to die, I just wanted somebody else to fill the
The
guard.
only way
post.
that you come out of this alive and with some respect is if you go in with like 6 thermal detonators and you've already pulled the pins and you're just like, you've wronged me, I seek restitution. I'm in the right here. And he respects you for it. Or he dies. And he'll never die.
Oh well. How willing to die.
Also, you don't know where he is yet.
Oh yeah, I have to go and find...
I mean, are you outside now? You were checking the bodies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just checking... Sorry. First, check the buys for anything you...
Okay, so you
If you know
found...
Jeffrey's character, you need an insurance plan.
In that case, let's see, what is on them? You find... they both have blaster rifles. They both have vibro knives. They both have 2 frag grenades.
Take the frag grenades and one of the knives.
Okay, so you add 4 frag grenades and a vibro knife to your... And this card has the details. I go through the rest of what they have.
Just, this is mine, and this is mine.
They both have utility belts, obviously. Stormtrooper armor, obviously. Well, Imperial armor. Sorry, not Stormtrooper. And they both have extra reloads for their guns.
That's fine. They can keep their guns, I guess.
It doesn't say anything about credits, so no money, unfortunately.
I wasn't looking for money.
Okay.
We're looking for weapons.
I was looking for weapons and such.
The equipment stuff is
Okay.
on there. Alright, I'll let you write that down real quick while I kind of go over what else needs to happen here.
Me right now, I'm just relaxing by myself. I was being unintentionally sneaky. As usual. Oh, by the way, guys, in real life, I walk silently. I can stick up on a person in a heartbeat. If y'all aren't noticing me.
I'm gonna go ahead and start explaining stuff for you then, while you're writing that down. So you do notice the huge gaping wall. Hole in the wall, rather.
Come on, guys.
Well, what do you think they were guarding?
Well,
Why do you think there were 2 guards and not just one?
damn it. I guess I'll have to go and get someone to fix that.
So are you going to do that instead of going into the hole first?
Yeah, I'll go and get... Wait, this hole?
Yeah, that hole.
Yeah, I'm gonna get someone, like, go and get someone, like, hey, can you block that up?
Okay, so where are you going to go? Get somebody?
I guess.
Okay.
And then,
So-
like, once that happens, like, go back to your post.
So you go into the armory and you see that guy, and you're like, "Hey, I need you to fix that hole in the wall." And he's like, "Wait, what? There's a hole? Oh yeah, that hole. Let me go get some actual like repair team to do that, work on that." So he goes off to get a repair team.
Alright. That.
I mean, right now it's kind of just more of just holding the ground rather than
Then.
fixing it. You're not trying to flip this base. Base flippers.
When I said go and fix it, I just meant, like, put a bunch of boxes behind it.
We need a base flipping show. Can we have that? Like a Star Wars military base flipping show? Instead of flipping houses?
Sith Eye for the evil guy.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
That's for the fashion side of it. Well, here's the key, honey. You gotta wear all black if you really want to get that Sith look.
This whole empty room. I'm thinking wall shackles and lightning prods. What do you think?
Oh yeah, that sounds perfect. Oh, and add a little, add one of those stretchers, and then you're good.
You need some Holland. You need some Holland in there.
Holland?
Yeah.
Maybe
What's
a little,
that?
maybe a little red.
What's
I'm not gonna ask
Let's get some.
What's Holland?
Let's get some floor drains on the ground. Just to make cleaning up easier.
What's
Doesn't keep to the
Holland?
blood.
It's a type of shrubbery.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Decoration.
Okay.
So what are you gonna do next while they're working on that hole in the wall?
Are any of my men here?
Yeah, they're just kind of, by your men you mean like just because they were technically military. They just were kind of working for you for that operation. Yes. They're not ISB or anything.
I see.
Yeah, they're kind of relaxing with the rest of the.
He's gonna go and just kind of talk with them for the time being. I guess that's it.
Okay, well, in that case, while you're doing all that, eventually, everybody in that room comes out, kind of calmly.
All these folks?
Yeah, everybody in that room, yeah.
Where?
Just the main hallway. They're kind of all in agreement of the stuff now. And so, as they're walking out, you can kind of hear them talking, and JP's character being like, "So you're going to provide us with some men from the exchange to help us in future battles," and
fucking better.
And he's like, "Yes. In fact, you can ride aboard my yacht along with your any of your own hand-picked men and women." And she's just like, "That sounds perfect."
Oh.
And it's at this point that you hear like an entire fleet kind of beginning to land.
Oh. Okay.
And so they land, and you see that it's Imperial. They're Imperial. So these are the reinforcements that you heard about earlier.
That could have gone horrible. I'm just gonna shut up now.
So it's the reinforcements that the Sith Lord had promised.
Okay.
And you see... Let me go ahead and pull up a picture. Bless you.
Thank you.
Oh, I wrote down. Oh, I guess I'll take the repeating blasters as well.
Oh, by the way, this is the... Josh, this is what that drunk officer looked like.
Bald guy, goatee, and a pauldron.
Yep.
Maybe next time we see him to ask him if the pauldron is just in case he happens to get shot in that one shoulder.
And then, so this is the Sith Lord you see. That's the guy that was on the call.
Ah. Okay.
Okay.
So he comes out with like
Is he one of my superiors?
Hmm?
Is he one of my superiors?
He's a superior of a lot of people.
Namely, almost everyone here.
Yep.
Okay, so assume he's less superior.
Yeah.
Okay.
You actually can, now that you're getting a closer look at him, you can kind of figure out who he is by reputation.
Alright.
This is Lord Angrel. And he's kind of he's not part of the Dark Council, but he is one of the higher up Sith.
Okay.
And he walks out, and along with some of his soldiers, and he starts pointing soldiers into different directions, giving them orders of what to do, and he says, "Fix up that wall. Go ahead and start moving into that base over there. Fix that wall there too. We need to clear this base out so we can start having these men ready for the next operation." And he's taking nothing from anybody. He's telling everybody what to do.
I like how I was like, yeah, could you go and fix that wall? It's like, you fix that wall right fucking now.
And so...
There's
also
But you brought more people.
He has
so.
more resources, yeah. I mean, while you won the battle, it was resource draining.
Yeah, that's true. Now that I stole all my dead ally shit.
So, he walks up to JP's character and says, "I will be your master now.
Jesus.
No question.
Nobody wants that job.
Unlike Malgus, I will not go easy on you. We are to prepare for our next mission. We are to go to the Seswenna sector, where we are to prepare a blockade. I will be leaving the rest of my men here to ensure that we keep this base, and we will move now."
Alright.
So you're overhearing this. Go ahead.
Knowing the Sith and knowing what JP did to his previous master, wouldn't he have some kind of leverage on him or means of control? Is he gonna slap him in Broly irons? That's what I want to see.
Didn't work on
Can you hit him with a Broly mind control headband? Anytime he tries to refuse his orders, he has to take a shit ton of strain.
Hold on, let me message JP real quick about something.
Just be like, "Hey, you like Broly?" Yeah. Are done.
Okay?
What's that?
I'm gonna be AFK for just a minute.
Okay.
Seriously, though, he should.
I'm just asking an
Yeah.
honest question because, this guy's just setting himself up to get fucked up like the last guy.
No, he's got plans.
By the way, question: did that make it weird? Y'all seemed made less innocent whenever I was talking about him and saying that he got years ago. Nothing. No kids, no. Go for 9,000 years and be fine with no
Don't follow the question.
fallout. I'm saying, did those statements make y'all think I was less innocent?
Oh, I don't know.
Question.
Did those statements make...
Which?
Dude,
I
you
don't
already
get
know.
made my mind up.
Oh, okay. Anyways, so alright, so while I'm waiting on that answer, JP's character is going to kind of just do what I need it to for now. So JP sarcastically bows, being JP.
It's
And
his vape.
as he's mid-sarcastic bow, Angrel immediately raises his hand and strikes lightning at him.
Oh, okay.
Does he die?
Makes him
No.
slam his head into the ground.
No.
I doubt that.
And he starts shocking JP's character and says, "I will not be made a joke. Like I said, I will put up with nothing that Malgus did." And he stops.
Okay.
Okay, alright.
Okay.
Point made.
And on the other side of the galaxy, a young Jedi by the name of Brony feels better. There's a disturbance in the Force.
Alright, and he says, "Now prepare your men." And he starts to...
Then he goes with his tail between his
Something
legs and
feels like justice.
So, JP's character immediately turns around and says, "Well, you heard him."
Alright. And he'll go alright men, duty calls, come on, let's go. Apparently we're kind of working for this person now. But, doesn't matter, we knew what we were here for.
So, JP's character actually walks up to you and says, "I actually want you aboard with me on the yacht. I need some security."
Kill?
More of just keep an eye on for in case you.
No,
have
you
to
heard
kill.
him. He killed JP.
No, that's like the question you ask. Kill?
Only when I command it.
No, alright. He's like, alright.
You can bring whoever you feel necessary.
Okay. He brings like 2 or 3 of his most trusted men.
Okay.
Even though this part of like the is based specifically on lies and deception.
So, and then of course you see JP's character talking to the 2 droids and the Jedi, and they kind of join as well onto the yacht.
I don't know how like the hand motions would transfer to the blind guy's like weird color sense.
He can see the shape.
Can you see
from
like
here.
distinguishable
Yeah.
shape? Okay.
Yeah. Well, I should say she, because the character's a she technically, but
Okay.
Charlie's character, yeah.
Do objects have color?
No, that was actually something we discussed.
So if you're holding a big stick and you look like you're waving at him,
Well, she'd be able to see
does the person notice?
she'd be able to see the outline of it. It just doesn't have a color. It would just be like an outline of the more of a
So
black
not
and white.
blind at all.
Isn't that one the
Well-
one that sees a red?
That's
If they
the
observe
that's
the
the different
pattern.
colors based on personality. Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
well that's fine. I just
And I
want
think
to
they
As the
species
stick
use
moves through the
yellow.
atmosphere, she can hear the subtle outline of the stick. As
Well, it's more of seeing through the force.
Being sarcastic.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, I guess he'll like fucking yachts.
So everybody gets on the yacht. That's part of the actual party, player character-wise, as well as your
Alright.
3 top people that you chose.
Yeah.
Everybody else kind of starts getting aboard different ships, and Angro looks at JP's character and walks over to her and says, "Where do you think you're going?" I was going to... No, you're coming with me.
You with me. Nah.
And
Sorry.
JP's like, well, I think I would be of better use with... No. And he starts to crackle the sparks in his hands as if a warning that he'll do it again.
You should go with me. That one, the guy can't talk like, yeah, you should probably just do it.
And JP's just like, fine.
Yeah.
Finally,
And-
somebody put JP's character in his
And
place.
as JP says,
Yes.
fine that way, just a small spark. Teach you some respect.
No.
Angro's not going to put up with it.
It's not, dude. He's being...
Somewhere JP in the real world is out there just like rolling in bed. Having a nightmare.
So, JP does as ordered and gets on to Angrel's capital ship. And as he's walking there, he says, as for you, Lot, I want you to help deal with the blockade itself. You will be following us, and I will give you orders from there. So he goes into his capital ship, takes off. Asen's like, so you walk into like, I guess I gotta get Asen's ship out now.
So is
dear.
anyone on this area that's playing?
You can remove all the characters.
Okay.
We're putting down a new map.
See that?
All of
Production
them.
value.
That's
Go that.
And
Get this dude over here.
these 2 dead people. Oh, that one. The one that you drew yourself.
Yep, the one I drew myself. So you would actually start kind of in that casino area.
Okay.
Am I somewhere on this map?
No.
I'm assuming that I have no money with me.
Are these NPCs?
Which ones?
These.
Stormtroopers don't matter.
What about this
Oh,
Jedi?
actually, JP would have been more. JP just messaged me finally back about it. I feel kind of bad. He would have actually been more.
Compliant.
Subservient?
Yeah.
It's a ruse.
Yeah, it's fine.
What about this Jedi?
Jedi is Josh's character, so not there.
Not here.
Yeah.
No, I'm there. In spirit.
So you kind of follow Ace, and then he's like, "Follow me. We're gonna go to the command bridge, and he takes you through the elevator into the top floor. So now you're here.
Right, so this one?
Yep. Asen is there, by the way, so business suit character. And probably everybody except for JP's character.
Hey, this was like
the one person who wanted to team up with Asen the most.
this one?
Yeah, everybody but that one. Out of the player ones.
And you're making sure that if he's not actually here, that he don't team up.
Well, no, it's more... I've been fine with it, but
Just-
I feel like story-wise it makes more sense for the Master to be like, you're coming with me.
Yeah.
Especially after what happened to Malgus.
Yeah. Makes sense.
No more chances. Alright.
Keep him on a short leash.
Yeah, exactly. So, Asen's like, so welcome to the command bridge. We are totally not following them.
Okay.
So you kind of just say, okay.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, I guess I'm lucky I understood that one. Because so far I have no idea what you're saying besides that.
he writes like, fuck you. Just to mess with.
He's like, that one I understood.
You're cool.
So, he says, well, we're not following that Sith asshole. So, actually, I need your help with the problem. And as he says that, you hear,
Noises.
and that would be my problem.
It's one of the grenades. Does this work?
Little too much for what I need done.
Try the knife.
No, it's more of I need to figure out where it's coming from first.
Oh,
And Charlie's
okay.
character's like, well, I don't, let me see if I can figure out through the Force and help you out. Oh, I'm sorry about the whole Sith asshole thing. And he's like, but not really. And Charlie's like, it's okay, I'm not a Sith.
He just doesn't.
So, Asen's like, I've kind of already checked this whole floor, and I've checked the casino level. There's a third level, in case you couldn't tell by the size of the ship. I have not had the chance to check there completely. That floor's kind of big. There's a lot of rooms. Would you mind doing that for me?
Can I? What's like this game's equivalent of like insight or sense motive or something?
Oh, that would be... I usually do perception for that stuff, because there is no like actual like sense motive.
Well, that is that does have like a done career, so why not?
Okay, so that would be your... whatever your... cunning
Perception is cunning. My cunning is 3.
Okay, and you have a rank in it, you said?
No, it's
Okay, it's just one of your specialized.
Yeah.
Okay, in that case, you just have the 3 green.
okay. 2 horseshoes and 2 bangs.
You can tell he's not lying. He actually has no clue what's going on.
All right. Hey, fine. Fair's fair. He'll head down, I guess.
So, and Charlie's going to join you, and Charlie looks back and says, oh, by the way, he said it. That will help you. And Asen's like, oh, okay, good. I had no clue what he said.
Oh, Charlie's a translator.
Well, because...
Right,
basically... Because Asen's not military,
he doesn't
know all sign
He has
language.
no idea what I'm...
He would know like some sign language, but not like every.
Not all of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whereas I assume with the military thing, it
Most
makes more
of
sense
them
that most
know.
of them would know. And Charlie can just kind of figure it out.
Because of like the... Is Charlie the one with like the weird...
Charlie's the
chest
blind
sight?
one, yeah.
Okay. Alright, then he'll head down to the bomb lair.
So you guys make it to that bottom floor in that case.
I don't know which one of those...
I'm gonna make this easier. Charlie's the one with the blue lightsaber.
Alright.
PC. This one also. That's the other droid.
I just grabbed
That's
one
fine.
that was a droid.
So, you guys would be entering from here because that's where the elevator is. And the droids are kind of following... Well, actually, the droids are going to stay here because they kind of sense where the money is.
Those kill bots.
Yeah, the killbots.
Alright.
So as you reach the layout, you kind of see it's mostly cargo and bedrooms.
Mm.
And also a wall. And you can kind of tell that it's weird that the wall is here, because one, it's weirdly shaped, and it's not like the rest of the ship where everything's kind of more finely tuned. And you can kind of tell that it's, well, actually give me a perception.
Okay, so it's another 3 green.
Yeah.
Well, that can I keep that one?
You go. Why is it good?
It's good.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. That's 2 bangs and 2 horseshoes.
Okay. Prislia. Prislia Vond.
Okay, no one can pronounce my name.
Oh yeah, she's definitely gonna be able to. Yeah. Okay, so you both can notice that something's up. So she's like, "There's something up with this wall, isn't there?" So she starts to put her hand on it and kind of guide her hand along it. And she says, "You should probably check the other rooms while I figure out what's going on here."
Right, he'll start checking room by room with like, what would be a good? He'll take his knife out, I guess, just to be
Just
safe.
be safe, yeah.
Yeah,
So as you go through the rooms, you kind of see mostly
just like
sleeping.
one.
Yeah, you mostly see the sleeping workers of Asen's crew.
Oh god, that's gotta be terrifying.
Because like as you can see, there's like 2 beds in each room.
Yeah.
So it's kind of stuffed in here to make sure like as many people as possible
Get there
can
as
sleep
possible. Okay.
here. And as you kind of get to near the end, you kind of reach the end of it where you see just boxes upon boxes.
Here?
That's all boxes. Like
Okay.
all that are boxes that you can kind of squeeze through if you really tried, but it'd be like a thing.
Would it be a waste of time?
Yeah, it would be a thing. I mean, you could, because you could be like, well, the banging could be from something loose or something, but that's up to what you personally would believe.
I'll check the rooms first, and then if that noise is still happening, I'll go and look at the boxes.
Okay. And that red and white, or whatever it is, color thing I did, red and yellow?
Yeah.
That's the airlock.
Okay. The people sleep next to the airlock.
Well, there is a door to it, so
Yeah.
it's not like... Because most airlock, I mean, you're going to have 2 doors.
Yeah.
So...
That's still
You,
scary as crap.
You see, so as you're searching, you kind of hear, "Hey, I think I found something," from Crislia.
All right. He'll start walking back. He'll put the knife away. We're just gonna yank that shit.
And so Crislia's got her hand like right in the center of the wall,
Yeah.
and she's like, "Do you see that?" And like all you see is the blank wall.
Mm-mm.
Oh, I guess this must. Oh, well, there's legends of these old mythical beings in the Force, and there's the father, brother, and sister,
Mm-hmm.
and they're right there. I guess so she kind of turns her hand like from side to side, trying to figure out like as if it's a puzzle that she's working with. And all you see is like her hand going like basically going against the wall like this. And the noise is getting louder.
From there or from else?
From there. Pulling out a thermal. One of the grenades you got. So she's like, "No, don't I feel like if you do that we won't be able to access this." So she turns it one last time and finally moves her hand and says, "I think I have it." Get it.
How high up is like where she's going?
Like, what do you mean? Like, how high is her hand?
Yeah.
It's like just a little above eye level.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So all of a sudden you see this hole open, like just a black hole looking. What are you signaling?
What? How? Why?
No clue. But I feel like go in.
Perception that? Because I don't know this person. They just kind of showed up.
Okay. So are you trying to see if,
Wait.
if she's lying or something?
Yeah, if she's...
Trying to trick you or something?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Because, like, hey, stranger, come into this dark abyss. That's 2 horseshoes, a bang, and a blank.
So from what you can tell, she's not lying to you. She's very much like, this is interesting. This is like
Alright.
stuff in the Force that I haven't seen before.
Oh, okay, then I'll go with it.
Okay, so she actually takes the first step in.
Alright.
And, like, as soon as she steps in, she's gone.
Okay. Guess why not? Oh, I should probably say, weird shit, gonna figure it out.
So you're gonna jump in?
Yeah.
Okay, so you
That was like his last little
Okay,
message.
so as you do that, so you're just signing it, or are you actually leaving a message for them to find?
Like a message.
Okay, so you actually, like, wrote something and plastered it to the wall.
Pretty
next to
much.
it. You're like, checking out weird thing, look, it's right here.
Pretty much.
And, okay, so you do that, and you step in, and like her, you're just teleported. Instantly.
Ah.
And you see this, it's almost like you're in Stars. But you're on a bridge.
Anywhere near? Or...
She's right next to you. Let me actually pull up. And you actually, so you kind of see this area.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
So there's like a lot of portals and stuff.
Alright.
Kind of similar to the one you just entered. And standing right in front of you both is this guy.
Oh.
He's like, finally, someone's heard me. We need to go back through there. You need to help me get through there.
How?
Well, I can't go through there. I think if you guys guide me in there, we can all go back. Just so you're taking his hand or something.
I'm like, shoulder?
Okay, shoulder. He's like, okay. So, you pull him in.
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
start pulling him.
And Kreslea kind of takes the other shoulder, and
yeah,
you kind of all jump in. Out.
yeah. It's like when you dunk someone's head underwater.
Yeah.
He does the.
Oh, okay. So you're doing this more, while Kreslea is more like this.
It's like a. Yeah, I guess.
So it's like, but you're also like jumping in with him.
Yeah.
Okay. So you all make it through, and he's like, "Oh, thank you. Oh, where am I?"
Casino yacht ship thing.
Casino yacht ship. That's new. And Kreslea was like, "Yeah. What were you? What was that?" He's like, "I don't even know. I'm in crazy story. Exploding droid blew up in my face. Don't know why. It attacked me. I fought back, and somehow in the explosion I ended up there. And then minutes later you guys appeared, and now I'm here."
He just shrugs and walks. Like,
So you're just walking away.
found banging noise.
So you're going. Okay, so you're going to Asen and all that.
Yes.
Okay, he's like, well, I guess I'll follow this guy. And Kreslea is like, yeah, Asen will probably want to know what's going on. And so you guys get on the elevator together and make it to the first floor. And Asen's like, what did you guys bring? My name is Revan. Pleasure to meet you. And he reaches out his hand to Asen. And Asen's like, kind of takes a step back and he's like, pleasure's mine. Do you guys know who you just brought? He shouldn't be alive. And Revan's like, what are you talking about? What do you mean I shouldn't be alive? Well, it is believed you died 300 years ago. 300 years? How was I was only in there for minutes. How is it 300 years? Somebody better explain something. And he reaches for a lightsaber and he ignites it.
No go.
So you're telling him, like, don't use the lightsaber or something?
Yeah.
He's like, you, explain.
How do you want that to happen?
Tell me what's been going on for the last 300 years.
He's like, gives him a basic rundown of like war, battles that have been won, lost, who's dead, who's alive, important people.
So, everybody I know is dead.
Takes a step or two back. And
he deactivates his lightsaber almost in defeat and places it back. And he's like, "What about the droid?
What droid?
The one who did this?" And he's like pointing out the fractured.
I don't know.
I mean, I assume he's gone completely too after he blew up in my face. From what you tell me, there's a little more to that.
Yes, but I can't exactly go into full right now.
Yeah, because really a lot of the B9 stuff is rumor, hard evidence.
Just rumors and hearsay.
Tell me a little about your emperor.
Been alive for 2,000 years.
So you kind of like give him a little rundown
Yeah.
of like politics and that stuff.
Yeah, that sort of thing.
And the Republic, are we? Well, I guess we're in war again. Well, at least we won the Mandalorian War. But I guess it doesn't matter after 300 years when so many other wars have occurred. Excuse me for a moment. Is there a room I can? And Ethan's like, yeah, you can go back to the floor you were at. There's some rooms that you can use. I need some space. Kind of goes into the elevator.
So, okay.
That
Making
was
sure
weird.
I'm tracking. Guy was there for a couple minutes. Turns out to be 300 years.
Yep.
He only aged a couple minutes.
Yep. Yeah, to him, time has been like irrelevant.
So he was in this place for time pretty much stopped.
Yep.
Okay.
And by the way, when you guys left that portal, it disappeared.
Okay.
So there's like no going back currently that you know of.
Oh yeah, by the way, sorry about your wall.
What about it? Asen says. Obviously, assume Charlie's translating.
Yeah, there was a hole in it.
Oh.
Mm.
Charlie interrupts and he's like, well, it's more of a force thing. It's not there now. Don't worry about it. Okay, I'm just going to trust you guys when it comes to the force stuff. So, let's let our guests have some peace. I guess we probably should join the blockade now that you've solved my problem.
Yep.
Had to join the blockade. Okay, back with the Republic. A lot just happened on this side, so I think...
Yeah.
No. On your side, yes, a lot happened.
So, we'll assume that you guys have kind of been in space for a little bit now.
Okay.
And at this point, another Republic fleet has joined you guys.
I came to greet them, being nice, trying to play up the fact
Jack is
that
no longer drunk.
Republic.
Jack is no longer drunk. He's a little hungover, though. And he's rubbing his temples as he's, like, walking next to you, and he says, okay, greet these visitors, and, you know, we're gonna greet them, and then I think there's a Jedi aboard who's joining us. Guess we'll get our orders from her.
Affirmative.
Yeah. Okay, and so you go off to
Get medicine instead of greet those people.
because he needs some relief. Barnabas, are you going to be there to greet as well,
Drew Man.
or is he still AFK?
I think he's still AFK.
Okay, Josh, are you there to greet the Republic forces that have joined you?
Catch me up. I'm trying not to listen in.
Oh, no, it's fine. So, it's been a few hours or so now, and some other Republic reinforcements have joined you. They're actually boarding you a little bit with with more troops and stuff.
Okay.
So,
How does this concern me?
Jack is there kind of to greet them. He's hungover. The drunk guy. He's hungover currently, but,
Well, he's the boss. Let him handle it.
well, you're a Jedi also, though, which means you're, like, almost equal. Almost.
Okay. Why are we getting reinforcements? What's going on?
Because you guys lost that last fight.
Okay.
So the reinforcements come in, and you see this Jedi Satil that you recognize, the injured one. She's no longer injured. She has a new arm and everything.
Stim packs. They'll get every time. Okay.
So
I like her.
she comes out and says, "Oh, hi, Zabrani."
Brony.
Brony. Is that the name you go by? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Jack. And he's like, Hi.
When can I come back with his medicine?
Are you actually going to get medicine? That is my question.
Yes, I'm actually going to get medicine.
Okay, you're getting medicine for the poor man. Okay, so...
Because I feel pity on him.
Where is she doing this?
Well, she was there, and then he told her to get some
The guy.
medicine for us.
So is she just like dressed in soldier garb or something?
Yeah, she's dressed in the havoc uniform.
I'm going to attempt to charm the female.
Okay, Satil?
Yeah.
Okay. So, how are you going to greet her? You roleplay it.
I want you to tell me how it happens.
No.
Roll charm.
But I want you
I
to...
can't do the walk-in voice anymore.
Well, don't do the walking. Just like, roleplay.
Okay, never mind then.
No, go ahead. I don't mind the charming. Just
No.
let's have fun with
I
it.
can't think of any one-liners.
Not
I'm
even.
going to try not to joke off too much.
No, I'm fine with the jokes. I want to go with this.
Yeah, come on. This could be some
No,
excitement or
I'm
some
good.
funny stuff.
I'm not feeling the magic.
Let me see.
Ah.
Let me get her stat card actually.
Goofing off just because I don't know what the fuck's going on.
So you're just like, pretty girl, let me stop right there.
I mean, it's the only female Jedi on the ship now.
So, it makes sense.
I guess I'll make some comment about how we're the last of our species and therefore we should propagate.
Okay. Let me get her. Go ahead. Oh. Okay. She is somehow, despite you both being humans, but also cyborgs, I guess, because now she has cybernetics now, which means you're both cyborgs. She's somehow impressed with this and says,
Oh. I was expecting bad news.
I mean, despite the fact you're both humans, which means you're definitely not going extinct anytime soon.
So I really got her with the
stupidity.
whole, like, we're the last of our kinds, we should
Even though you're both
propagate.
human.
Once again, impressed by stupidity. It works. Apparently, in this instance.
Yeah, there's the answer
Does
to that
Jared watch
question in the car.
this? Does Jared's character see this?
Barmus isn't
The
AFK,
people
but I
are
would assume
impressed
yes.
by
Oh, okay.
stupidity. How are people impressed by stupidity?
Women
like one-liners. I guess.
Explain this to me.
So-
Pause the entire game.
Blind
I want to know this.
Oh, I got this. So she kind of gives a laugh. She's like,
I know this.
she's like, that's cute. You know what? We can talk later if you would like.
I would like.
Oh, the talk later thing. Her being nice.
I will
but
swipe right.
I will swipe right.
Swish.
It's swiping right, but not responding right away to the first message that they send you.
Okay, I get it.
So she found it cute that he tried.
Okay. So it's like a pity thing.
Not a pity. It's more of like I see potential.
Okay.
So she's like, okay, well, and at this point you return,
Yeah, I return with his meds.
and so you hand it directly to Jack, and he's like, he just
Knocks them all down.
he dry swallows them, and so he says, okay, so I think I'm ready now. Satil, welcome aboard the Avalanche. We are prepared for any orders. And she's like, yes, well, Grandmaster Zim sent me and said that we are to begin heading towards the Seswenna system, as we have heard rumors of a blockade being set there. So you hear this, that there's a blockade being set up that you guys are going to have to get rid of. Right now, we are unsure how many troops are going to be sent there, but we know that it's going to be a good fight. She says, would you like to meet me with strategizing for the battle?
Is this strategizing or strategizing with air
That's up to him.
Ooh. See what you do, Romeo.
You're not Brony.
He's the dude, where's my saber? Did you like that nickname I gave him in the chat? And then you're the Manchurian Republic trooper.
Manchurian?
The Manchurian candidate.
Yeah.
reference. It's basically a movie about a.
Oh, you never seen The Manchurian Candidate?
No.
It's basically a movie about.
What's the actor's name again? That tells you a lot right there. Denzel Washington. He's basically one of those like soldier conspiracy dudes, and that he served in Iraq, right, with some other big name people. And when the movie takes place, one of the people that was in The Manchurian Candidate, who's the main character, one of the dudes that was in his crew, his squad, was the son of some famous politician. Think like Hillary Clinton's son, something like that. So he starts having like these. He's got like PTSD supposedly, and he's having like head trips. He remembers things from the war differently than how it was told to him.
Frank Sinatra's in it.
Yeah. Eventually, you come to find out that like his squad was all like used as like a brain like washing type of experiment. The politician's son is running for president, and it's all part of like a ploy to have control over the president.
Basically, having
for,
a spy. It's a
personal
spy thing.
agendas. Yeah, a Manchurian Candidate is usually a reference to like having somebody big and in power be your puppet.
And usually brainwashed, but in this case, I thought it was more funny that you were undercover. It kind of fits most of the criteria for your case, just not the brainwashed part.
Oh, yeah.
I understood that
So I
reference
wouldn't have
the
went
best.
for that, even in roleplay.
Yeah. I tried to go with movie references for the nicknames I gave, and then, of course, JP was more of just insult people.
And then the one, the Kool-Aid Jedi, I like that one.
Yeah, mine was Space God 2, Force Lightning Boogaloo,
Yeah.
instead of Electric Boogaloo.
Why did you add that? Why didn't you just put Space God?
Because I've had Space God in previous chats.
I kind of want Jared's input. I haven't heard him talk a lot, so.
Yeah, he's AFK. He said he was AFK for a bit.
Oh, I told you I was back.
Oh, I didn't hear you.
Jared's just gone. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, he left a while ago. Hi.
Okay, so what are you up to then?
Yeah, he told us he quits. He hates the game. I did not say that.
Okay,
How long have you been here?
Okay, so you're. Do you want me to?
I've actually been sitting here waiting for somebody to say, "Okay, Jared, what are you thinking about doing?"
I said that earlier.
Yes,
Well,
he did!
hey, I activated your trap card then.
He said earlier, and you weren't here.
Okay, what was the first thing you heard? Artemis?
What?
What was the first thing you heard?
40 minutes ago.
Okay, so then he's been here for the conversation, and I even asked him.
Okay.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to do with the Jedi lady girl.
And
we have a job to do, so you take it away.
And
Yeah.
I just got back with some meds for
Jack. Hungover.
So I
leader.
guess while Jared's trying to like come up with a battle plan, I'm in the background just like nudging the girl, and I'm like, so we like fly our cruiser into their spaceport. I'm like lots of innuendos.
So she's actually taking you, without the rest of them, to a battle room to actually strategize.
Oh, just us in a battle room.
Yep.
Okay. Well, we'll get back to that. Jared,
so
take it away.
So basically, you've got these big orders that you guys have to get ready for fighting a blockade. Satil and Brony have left to discuss plans, but of course, you are also still allowed to come up with plans with Jack and Havoc Squad.
Say what?
You're in charge of setting up plans with Havoc Squad for the blockade. Well, stop getting rid of the blockade.
Sounds good.
So what do you want to? So it's you and Havoc Squad by yourselves right now. Are you going to come up with a plan right now?
I'd actually have to think about it. What are like surrounding areas? Do we have natural defenses like mountains?
Well,
Space.
It's a space blockade.
And more space.
Like valleys. What do I got working with me?
Space.
Empty space.
It's space above a planet.
I have space.
We'll build a trench.
Here's the part where I would be in space.
It's okay, Jerry. We're gonna make a trench.
Still playing around on a planet somewhere.
Oh no, the blockade's gonna be in space.
The
I
worst
guess
place
what
to have
I
a
suggest is
blockade,
that
really.
The blockade itself is more of a front, so we can wait for Imperial ships to try to charge the blockade, and then we
The
flank.
Imperial
Well, no,
ships
the
are
Imperial-
the blockade.
Yeah, it's the other side. You're on the other side of the blockade.
Oh,
You're trying to get through it.
well, we try to get around.
Oh, so now is my perfect opportunity to talk about penetrating their line of defense.
I'm so lost right now.
It's fine.
Okay, he's throwing out innuendos because he's trying to get
5 points
the
to whatever house.
droid
that is.
friend of
5 points
yours,
to whatever
Well,
house.
cyborg.
the cyborg friend of yours,
Yeah,
in bed.
yeah. He's trying to sleep with Satil.
Poor man.
All right, so
That cyborg friend of mine's got some hungry eyes for you.
Jack, now having recovered a bit, looks over to Jack to you, Bartimus, and he's like, so I think you should be in charge of our fighters.
In charge of what now? I can't.
The
Like every other word.
the fighters, the ships.
Okay.
And I'm assigning Lily. Who else am I going to assign to that team? Zora, aka Wraith. Wraith is joining. And Gearbox for your squad.
Okay. Just doing right.
Yeah, it's fine.
People.
So you got that, Bartimus? You got Lily, Wraith, and Gearbox. So, and Lily is Constance's character.
Yep.
What was my fighting style?
What's the name of it?
Yeah,
You are a Sorisu defender.
I just read that. I'm gonna read you what that is.
Oh, so
Okay.
defense all the way.
Well, the idea that I came up with was like a more diplomatic guardian.
Oh, okay. So my style is all about blaster deflection. It makes perfect sense for
For this type of,
defensive diplomat.
And that's what your master taught you, was this kind of combat. So, alright.
So when you see them in the movies, they get shot with blasters and they reflect it at the guy that shot them and it hits them back.
Yep.
That's
Yep. Yeah, there's the 7 forms of combat. 7
So,
forms
do I know
not
his-
usually used.
So do I know his form of combat?
You'd have to be around him long enough to really study it.
Okay. So I don't know his form of
No,
combat.
no.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not the game I do inside
And in this case, you're not going to probably get much chance to learn it because it's a space fight. So
Okay, good point. Yeah.
you get to learn how he fights in space though. With
I'm gonna go Fox McCloud and just like ride on the front of the ship.
you gotta get one of those masks so that way you can survive. Because apparently you don't need entire spacesuits, you just need a helmet
Right.
in the Star Wars universe.
Well, I mean, even in real life, man, if you have the.
Well, no, like you don't need because in real life you would need more than just the helmet. You would need like.
If you want to be protected from like radiation and all kinds of other stuff, but
Yeah, the stuff that can kill you.
conceivably, it's not like in movies where if you fly off into space,
No,
you
but I
just,
meant the radiation.
you
will
just
kill
like
you.
freeze to death and break
No.
apart into ice or anything.
No.
I mean, it's cold because
Yeah.
there's literally zero heat.
But I meant more the radiation would kill you because you're getting
Right,
raw
right.
radiation.
I'm saying, but like you don't die instantly. It's not
No.
like being in a microwave.
No, you would.
Yeah,
You would
you
get-
have a
you
face
would just
mask
get a
and
lot of
oxygen. Yeah, you could.
So you look like Deadpool.
I guess that's a good way of looking at it.
Because Deadpool.
I don't know if that's a microwave or a frying
pan.
pan.
Yeah.
Deadpool's pretty bad.
Yeah. Well, his case is he looks that way because he's constantly healing the cancer, and so the cancer's never going away, but it's also never getting worse.
Yeah, but the cancer spread throughout
Yeah.
the skin,
Yeah.
so he looks
Yeah.
like
Well,
that.
I'm gonna make plans with the girl.
Okay, so you want to
And
roleplay
let
that?
Jared
or-
do the rest.
Okay. All right. So we'll cut it off here, I guess. Then. And,
Okay.
So you're making plans. You're
Making copies.
on your way.
I'm on my way.
The blockade's probably already getting set up without you.
Yeah.
This is my
to go
moment with
with-
Chi-Chi before fighting Cell. I die, and then later on down the road, there's a mini brony.
But yeah,
Gotta.
you got a crazy force user now,
Yay.
or a crazy time traveling force user.
None of this makes sense. I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm good at.
Killing people!
I can't wait to see what JP's
I'll do a
reaction
little
is.
bit more to that.
Oh goodness, I can't wait.
More than that.
All right.
Yeah, he is just killing people.
Hey everyone, thank you for checking out the video. If you enjoyed what you just saw, be sure to give us a like, comment, and subscribe. If you don't want to miss any of our content, be sure to hit the bell icon where you will be notified anytime we upload a video. Also, if you wish to watch RPG Workshop live, you can follow Studio Bastion on Twitch. There you can also enjoy his gameplay live streams and other podcasts that are in production. Also, if you like what we're doing here at Escape Reality Films, be sure to check out our Patreon and support us, and get some cool rewards in return.